Kirabo muntu wa wansi kyovola banomulundi guno tutaddewo omukisa gw'okulanga naffe bizinensi yo. Oli wa hardware, restaurant, olina boutique oba olanga saloon yo. Crown TV etaddewo omukisa gw'okulanga buli bizinensi nga tesosola, kubanga Crown TV eyagala nawe bizinensi y'omuntu wa wansi emanyikibwe. Oba bizinensi yo yagala okutambula abantu tebagimanyi, tebakuwa budde, langa ne Crown TV olabe ku nkyukakyuka. Tuli kumenyumiza wala oba internet, Facebook Crown Media Uganda, YouTube Crown Media Uganda, WhatsApp Note 7556 53 Note 5 78. Crown TV, your favorite jam station. Olaba director aweka omwana nga kyekikusa omugwane house galonga Jolibo Deke and Junior School eri. Leto omwana tumugunjule, tumubangule, tumuyikirize afukuwa omugaso mu nsi. Wobajja ku Jolibo twetagana kujja na kintu kyonna. Registration wabwerere. Tulina abasomesa abatendeke ku international level. Ebyokulya n'okunywa byabwerere babisanga ku ssomero topakingira mwana. Twakoowa abanaaliza abaana baffe embiga ebikyafu. Yita wisi ku Jolibo olabe. Tulina toilets ez'omulembe. Omwana olumala okukola emirimu anyiga bunyizika. Jolibo Deke and Junior School tulabirira abaana okuva ku myezi mukaga paka wakula. Ate classes tusomesa okuva ku Deke paka ku P7. Tusangibwa Buddo Nagalabi Road Enansove miles 12 okuva Kampala. Oba tukubire ku simu zaffe Note 7 Note 8 89 94 26 oba Note 7 Note 5 3 7 4 Jolibo Deke and Junior School, determination leads to success. Leka kupakunkana ng'onoonya abaana kuzimbira ennyumba yo n'okugimaliriza. Teweekooya tomala byambulago. Leka nkulagirire abadduke construction enterprise bano be bakaliba ku nsonga ezikwata ku by'okuzimba. Bano bakola finishing, bakola roofing, bakola painting, bayina furniture gw'oteeka ewaka wamma n'oyawukana ku baguze ewalala. Batunda amataka mwana onoonya poloti weekwata abadduke construction enterprises. Ekyo nakyo kiggwe bwe pwa. Basangibwa Lugazi okulira na St. Kizito Primary School ku Kinyolo Road. Bayina n'ettabi eddala ebweyogerere ku Jinja Kampala Highway okulira na Mamerito Hotel. Oba osula bafunira ku simu zaabwe ku Note 7 Note 2 31 2 88 oba ku Note 778 Note 7 8 28. Ku Facebook tukozesa 2K Constructions and Carpentry. Weekwate 2K Construction Enterprises obuna abafeera abatalina experience.
Nabasuubiza olunaku lw'oluno olunaku lwa Monday ennaku z'omwezi 18. Yes, 18th April 2022. In studio with me is a beautiful lady. Bijja mwogerako nga simubaleeteranga Honorable Sheila Komugisha. Bijja mwogerako bwogezi kati mumulabye muleesi. Tugenda mbuuzaayo bubuuzaawo tumanye bingi. Yagenda tubuulira kuyamba biki bingi byakoze. She's a politician. Era tubuulira yajoininga the politics kyekyamumotivating byonna agenda bitubuulira tugenda bimanya. Program The Hope on Crown TV nange Sarah Kirabo mpise n'omulala alimeddeko nayingira mu show yaffe. Prince Rohayo ujja mwogerako bwogezi naye shagiyingiddemu. Prince Rohayo shagiyingiddemu. You know Prince King Rohayo Prime Minister atenga President mutuusizza yono lwakuba ensonyi nnyingi. Is not well muradde but ajja kuba bulungi inshallah. Ava mu ddwaliro. Behave baby. Ono tumuyisizaawo buyisa naye nga sigwe omulamwa gw'olunaku olwaleero. Omulamwa gwaffe gwa Honorable waffe omulungi Honorable Sheila Komugisha agenda tubuulira bingi era kamutandike agenda tutandika nakutweyanjulira amannya gy'avudde tumumanyeeko tugenda kweyongerayo. Sayinza okulaba Honorable.
Zasinze bannange okuhostinga wano olwaleero. I'm very, very privileged. Abaleba Crown TV balamusiza nnyo. Amannya nze Sheila Komugisha Nalongo. Ate nze woman councillor ku Lolo 1 Kamucha 1.
Wow. Mumuwulidde woman councillor ate Nalongo. Ebitiibwa alina bingi. Ebitiibwa alina bingi tubiwulidde. Kakati Honorable Sheila nga tetunagendako mu bulango Genda soko tuweko ka background ko ejembuddeo etumuleko ewazalibwa the schools you attended.
Thank you so much, Kirabo. I'm really happy to be here. You know, I consider you as my young sister, as my friend, as my mentor, because I see a lot you're doing and I aspire to be like you and do more. So well done.
Thank you.
This is really good.
Thank you.
My name, like I said, Sheila Komugisha, Woman Councillor, Kololo Wankamuchawan. I'd say we took down KCCA, that is Kampala Central Division, where I sit. I'm the chairperson, education, social services, engineering, and physical planning. So, I was born in 10th April 1987. To a soldier. My dad was in the army. The late Mr. Juma Komugisha and the late Juliana Komugisha from Karame, and that's always rest in peace. And yeah, I grew up in Kololo. I was literally born in Kololo. My mom was already in leadership. She was the chairman, I think, for over 30 years. Of course, you're taking women leadership, now again, and Paka LC. So, literally, an entrepreneurial home, a leadership home. So, I think that's where I get this confidence, or that's where my background started from.
Wow.
Yeah, so I went to modern nursery school. Modern nursery school is in Kololo.
Okay.
That one opposite Hotel.
Okay.
I think it's now, which bar is that Brisk? I don't know what bar that is. But just opposite Hotel. That was our nursery school, modern nursery school.
Okay.
And then I went to Shimoni demonstration school.
Okay.
And from Shimoni, I went to Center High School.
Okay. From
Center High School, that's when I went to Makerere University Business School in Nakawa. And yeah, I pursued my degree in Office and Information Management.
Office and Information Management?
Yes, that is a faculty of business computing.
Wow.
And yes, that is so far my academic journey that I took before I joined politics. Of course, I had a few gig jobs here and there. For example, I worked in a cleaning company, I worked in a tours and travel company.
A cleaning company?
Yes.
But what's the name of the company?
It was, you know, it's such a long time. What was it called? It was called...
Wanyo Chasoma?
Nani Chasoma.
Ngoli class G.
I started working when I was a young kid. That was in my mom's shop. We had a grocery shop, we had a bar, we had a restaurant.
Wow.
So literally I've been an entrepreneur my whole life.
Okay.
So when I finished school, no, when I was still at campus, I worked at a tours and travel, like I've said. I worked at a cleaning company. I also worked at a cafe.
Wow.
I think now we have
Charlie University.
Charlie University.
Yes.
I got it from my mom. She was also in Alongo.
Oh, wow.
She was the most hardworking woman that I knew that I still...
You told us she was also a leader?
Yeah, she was. She was an LC1 chairperson.
Kololo?
Kololo, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, this is so good. It's so inspiring. Mchala mukozi yatandika okukola nga mutoyi yali asoma wakula kiraga nti mukozi nnyo naye katugendeko mu bulango bw'abakama baffe tugendako mawoto yongeremu okumanya Nalongo yaani Honorable Sheila yaani yafuuka di Honorable byonna tugenda bimanya temuvaawo.
Olaba director aweeka omwana nga kiki Essa omugwane house galonga Jolibo Deke and Junior School weri. Leto mwana tumugunjule, tumubangule, tumuikirize. Afuko wa mugaso munsi. Wabajja ku Jolibo, tuwetagana kujana chintu kyonna. Registration wabwere. Tulina abasomesa batendeke ku international level. Ebyokulya n'okunywa byabwerere babisanga ku ssomero topakingira mwana. Twako abanaaliza abaana baffe mbiige ebicafu. Yita bwisi ku Jolibo labe. Tulina toilets ez'omulembe. Omwana olumala okukola emirimu. Anyiga bunyizi kap Jolibo Deke and Junior School. Tulabirira abaana okuva ku myezi 6 paka wakula. Ate classes tusomesa okuva ku Deke paka ku P7. Tusangibwa Buddo Nagalabi Road, Ennansove, miles 12 okuva e Kampala. Oba tukubire ku ssimu zaffe. Noti 7 noti 8 89 89 oba noti 7 noti 5 3 7 5 Jolibo Deke and Junior School. Determination leads to success. Osi Interiors bano bazo kunyana kuyaka werege eyokubona bona n'abakozi batalina experience mu lugo bakola. Osize rangi woddamu, osiga rangi woddamu, kitwale nti kati olugero. Osi Interiors tukola gypsum ceiling, office partition, painting aluminium, kitchen cabinets, floor carpets, electricals n'ebirala bingi. Osi Interiors basangibwa ku 8th Street mabega wa Mogas. Oba osobola tukubira ku ssimu zaffe noti 777 noti 3 oba noti 757 12 Email yaffe awechristopher6.gmail.com. Ku Facebook tukozesa OC Interiors. Longo se wakawo. Better example ng'okozesa ba OC Interiors.
Bulango, Honorable Muwulidde yatweyanjulidde Nalongo, atenga Honorable yakijja ku maama yali mukyala mukozi kuviira ddala mu ssomero yali asomanga wakola byonna bitugambye tugenda kweyongerayo mumanya Honorable yaani kati nga tugenda kumanya joininga di politics batuwulidde yasoma paka ku university abantu bagamba mbu aba-politician bangi tebasoma. Yes, baga tebasoma mumuwulidde ate nga omusingi munene Shimon demonstration modern zani Makerere moves byonna tubiwulidde so yasoma temutamu kwogera mba politician tebasoma atulazeeko yasoma so yenna ali eyo ng'amwekiikamu nga tewasoma mukwano yatunyonyodde yasoma so tugenda kumanya Honorable wajoininga ddi ebyobufuzi.
Kati mulaba our education system however much nagenda Makerere but emirimu gyonna gye nali nfuna nga kimpa obusente batono. However much I did a degree, even in the field I did, it's very little money. So then I have a few diplomas here and there. For example, I have a diploma in IT, I have in journalism, in photography. Okay, it's still a whole package, journalism, but I specialize in photography. I did in bakery, which currently I'm still doing because I'm a baker. Yeah, but like going back to your question, how did I join politics? Like I said, my mom was an active leader in Kololo. She was in a strategic place that almost everyone knew because in the 90s or 80s, we didn't have supermarkets. Supermarkets are kaja. So obuduka duko wali bujude because mommy was going to Komugisha shopping, so she would bring services closer to the people. So she was popular because of that. And she would work. Mommy was a workaholic. Kera kumacha saa 12 nangala wochiro sawa past midnight almost. So people knew her for her, her grit, her persistence, her consistency. Sometimes someone they are good in so yeah, so they interested her in that. So she became an LC. Before she used to be just a woman representative. Nenga chairman between a tabela katenga stamp ngevera wa mami yao kaduka. So naga nayo ngo tukwasa stamp rush to muingiza mu system. So that's how my mom became an LC. Yeah, so because she was busy, she, apart from being an entrepreneur, she started venturing into farming. Katingolu sitabeyao. Ngantuma go for this meeting. Gena mu KCCA, gena mu chitawuzi we had a community call out is to Kololo. So she would send me to go for this meeting. So whenever I would go for these meetings, I would represent her. But at the same time, I would see what these leaders are doing or they're supposed to do or what they're bringing to our community. And my community was Kololo. Then got to have any services being brought to us. Like we were going to be another, we were going to be a CDD groups to
Sure.
Yes, that's the perspective people have.
Yes.
Kololo, Nekamocha. Wanga Kamocha, you can check it out. Kamocha, Batali.
Kamocha, one parish.
Yes,
but I walk one to Bagaga.
Yes.
So Tibeta going to be a government. So,
yeah.
So, Mami, we are Kutumanga, or you're representing government to sad things to them.
No. Remember, I represent her as LC1.
Oh, okay.
That is my journey, how I entered into
politics. Okay.
Yes. So, whenever I would go for these meetings, I take out my ear and eye, like, okay, this is what's going on. Okay, so whenever I would go back to give her feedback, I'd be like, Mami, so I would make an initiative and follow up. I'll go as far as KCC, go City Hall, and Chevaga meeting, let me do a follow-up. Then up division, like that. So I fell in love with the services that these leaders are supposed to bring closer to
the people,
especially the gender department. It's very, very like rich, or it bridges that gap between the people of KCC and abantu
Bawans. Okay. What you gambia konti ochikirira ki ekirala mu KCCA? The deputy education?
Yes, the chairperson, education and social services.
Chairperson, education and social services mu KCCA. Okay, that's good. Babi muwulidde teyagwamu bigwe yakijjira ddala ku mami ng'amutuma wali mukyala mujagujagu okuviira ddala mu buto kubanga bakutuma inside meetings n'ofaayo okumanya nti bagambye kino n'okitwalira mami and you follow up. Abaana ab'ennaku zino sisuubira nti bagala nnyo TV, bakula baagala TV, katooni simu, so sad things tebabyagala. So kiraga nti oli mukyala mujagujagu ate omukyala ayagala nnyo okusavinga abantu. Ekyo tukirabye. Nga tetuneeyongerayo kumanya honorable, ebikwata ku honorable. Ngenda kwongera obbanyonnyola omukyala ono tumuleese lwa nsonga show yaffe inspiring abantu. Show yaffe erabibwa abantu bangi abaggwamu essuubi. Abaana abawala baliyo bangi nga balwana ne bakola naye nga tebavaayo, ne bayiya kano ne kagaana, ne bayiya kale ne kagaana, ne baggwamu essuubi. This show is called The Hope, essuubi. Kitegeezezza musuubi nti tubaleetera abantu ab'enjawulo okubalaga nti tebalina kuggwamu ssuubi. Tomanya Katonda kkubo lyakutemera mu by'okwatakwatamu. Kati gwe tulagidde ddala kuviira ddala mu buto wali mukozi ng'okola kano kali wasoma naye nga oli ku ssomero era oyiya kano kali ne kagana aliko mu cleaning gundi company nakolako mu ki nakola mu kafe ng'olaga oyiiya tewaggwamu maanyi tewaggwamu ssuubi wasigala osuubira ekisingako okuba ekirungi paka wotuuse ku kyoliko kati. Tugenda kweyongerayo okumanya atuwulidde ate lwe yayagala politics olwotandika ddi okwesimbawo.
Kati whenever she would send me nakomawo mugamba feedback agane ngo bitaddemu ka NRM. So it's very sad. She just got a heart attack and just passed on the floor. May her soul rest in peace. But yes, she saw I had the zeal. She like, but Sheila, those will be LC3, Bijakubanga be LC1. It will be like going for meetings and bringing services closer to the people, lobbying for the people. Which is true. Like I say, we didn't have supermarkets then. So these big people used to come. On credit, credits. I won't mention names, but all those rich people we know in Kololo. So they knew me personally, one-on-one, because they would come to me. Yes, never for naming to goodbye. It's not a big deal.
No, but no chijayo kulaga sisile sambubi but chijayo kulaga abantu nti oyinza okuddawo n'okolima n'ogira naye nga even betwegomba at one time bafunako ebintu ku bbanja and they pay later. Kitegeeza buli omu tumwegomba naye ate osobola okubeera better than that person.
True. Because ekirala nsobola okugamba, which I'm very proud of, by the way, my mom, Teasoma, like she told us a story of, which I know is affecting still people in the rural areas. Inti yali atandise okusoma taata n'amugamba vai takufunidde omusajja
olw'okuba muwala.
Vai takufunidde omusajja, you're going to get married. Yes. So she has never forgiven her parents.
So she went to her grave with that?
Yes, I think so. Because you're like, she was very hardworking. She has positioned herself, because it's very important. However hardworking you can be, you have to position yourself or be in a position of. So he is my mom, Teasoma, where you have an opportunity to call her back.
Yes.
And she is a leader. Atasoma. But by the time she died, even to be accomplishing. Never they did accomplish those things.
Wow.
So she was a person that you can put on a pedestal and you're like, yes, this is a very hardworking woman. This is someone that can aspire people in the community. Because by the time she passed on, she had a lot of property in Kampala, which she still has, which we help her run as as the admin and all. But that goes to show you that you can't lose hope, because maybe your parents put you in a certain situation, or your society or community.
Yes, sasoma munange ebyo byabasoma tuddawo ne tukubagiza munange ate nze asasoma nayogera ki, nze atasoma nakola mulimu ki. Ekyo kikulaze mami gye yava nti yadde teyasoma naye yavaayo n'afuuka ekintu ekyenjawulo. Yes, ekyo ne kikuwa amaanyi ng'omwana, ne kikuwa omusingi ng'omwana okumusitukirako n'ofuuka nk'obadde otunyumiza ali 2014 n'ofuna ekirowoozo kidoyinza politics.
So when I come back, I'm more reports of what I've been doing, what she told me to follow up.
Ng'abantu bakumanyi mu kitundu.
Yes. So nagamba, you can go through. I think you have the love, the people know you, and this is a small area. Kumbe, to be a woman councillor, you have to take up two parishes. So me, I was only used to Kololo 1, but here I have to go and what? Kamocha 1. Kamocha 1 is very much I knew a few people because we still had property in Kamocha. One say which we have a few houses. Then it's not Kamocha 1, that's Kamocha 2. So here I am, new.
Yes. Kamocha wano yitawa. Kamocha bamanyi na Kamocha. Bamanyi actually bovakira eno party akira likuda buli na kololo.
Kati Kamocha 1 itangia ku white flats. Remember to brown flats, of which brown flats that is Nakawa division.
Okay. Bukoto.
That is Bukoto. Okay. But the division is Nakawa division. This side when you cross the road, that is what? Kampala Central. Okay. So Kampala Central, Kamocha 1 starts from the white flats to the Shell to the Kirabo barracks.
Okay.
Neam Kabweti Bukoto Street, Kanyecha Street. Negena Mpaka Wali Akasha Mall. Kirabo.
Okay.
That is that's
the Prince Charles Drive again.
Yes, the Prince Charles Drive. Half of it, Mpaka Gakulohanda. Then that is Kololo 2 now.
Okay.
That is Kololo 2 and part of Kololo 1.
Okay.
Yes.
Category Jochikirida Kamocha 1, then Kololo 1.
Now to Kololo neighborhood watch.
Okay.
She was forming up because of the insecurity that had risen in Kololo.
Okay.
Naturally, she got a Kololo 1, 2, 3, 4, of which I happened to be the secretary.
Wow.
And the admin, WhatsApp admin group.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Nesanga to take Kololo
wow.
as as the secretary.
Okay.
At the same time, the fact that I'm chairperson education, still you find that now for chairperson education, I take up bigger.
Or 12 hours, the division as a whole,
the division as a whole, yes.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, still.
So which is that we're limiting your no
Yes, I don't limit myself.
Okay. What are the challenges of more politics,
of course, challenges about, especially when people expect a lot from you as far as monetary terms are concerned. Because however much we're supposed to be leaders to the people, we're supposed to be there for the people. To Montafidi, where you have to go. To Montarade, you have to go to hospital. Anything that happens in a community, you have to be there for the people. Sometimes it can take a toll on you as far as money is concerned. Because remember, also you have a family, also you know too. So I think
but you are being a leader.
Yeah.
So
it can take a toll on you. Sometimes some people really do understand.
Some don't. Okay. Kati tugenda ko mbulango tukomewo tumanye ayambye ku bantu ayambye atya mu nsonga za charity tugenda zimanya agenda tuyitira mu free nga tetunabasiibula kati komewo
gw'omulabi wa Crown TV tukwebaza ebbanga ly'omaze naffe ng'olaba TV yaffe ŋŋanzi TV yajja okuyamba omuntu wa wansi kyova olaba n'omulundi guno tutaddewo omukisa gw'okulanga naffe bizinensi yo oli wa hardware restaurant olina boutique oba olanga saluuni yo Crown TV etaddewo omukisa gw'okulanga buli bizinensi nga tesosola kubanga Crown TV eyagala naawe bizinensi y'omuntu wa wansi emanyikibwe oba bizinensi yo yagala n'okutambula abantu tebagimanyi tebakuwa budde langa ne Crown TV olabe ku nkyukakyuka tuli kumenyumiza wala oba internet Facebook Crown Media Uganda YouTube Crown Media Uganda WhatsApp Note 7556 53 Note 5 78 Crown TV your favorite jam station.
Briefly bana bagenda tubulira akoze biki mu community ensonga ya charity ayambye atya famula twalabye ku bifaananyi nga kolagana ne Hearts Organization natmayibe bamu kubateeka mu kasente program eno twalabye ku bifaananyi twalabye kongozi na with the Hearts team dancing team okikuwasaganiza otya twalabye bifaananyi oyamba okwalagana n'abakyala balina bye beekolera mu community yo biki briefly briefing
yes nina kugambye nti KCC eriwo okuyamba abantu community especially the gender department so I use so much of this gender department and in gender like I can tell you off my head we have a CBO it's called community based organization this Bawa Bantu grant of 5 million grants since it's aware as long as you organize because it's community driven ye mwa abantu mu community mino vaya mugaiba nayo twina tailoring naye tulitaga yakasente mutuyambe oba twina bakery oba twina any kind of entrepreneurial skill KCC environment but it's also the leader's role to bridge this gap so when I KCC muje mulaiba n'abantu bali prepared bali bichi muje mbayambe ku mwakasente so CDD we have Izaba Vuka the later YLP Youth Livelihood Program nezo za noni ne UWEP Uganda
Uzisayo
but on 5%
okay
interest. Yeah, only 5%. But you have a bank. There's no bank that can give you at 5%. So if government, if they go at 5%, that is a plus for the government. Because I think banks go up to like 20% interest. That is a lot.
Okay.
So yeah.
Maybe I had smile.
Maybe I had smile. It was such a privilege to work with Heart Smile. They have such a CEO who has a big heart. And like I said, because I grew up in Kololo, lobbying, for granted, but I'm able to reach to a few, you know, on their doors and they cannot. They can hear you, they're like, oh Sheila, what do you want? Of course, they are stubborn, but there are some who have big hearts. I mean, so when Hearts Foundation came to me and told me of a few challenges that here and there, I'm like, okay, let's see what we can do. And we were privileged that when we knocked, they opened their doors to us.
That was Lato Milk?
That was Lato Milk, the Kotecha family. I really appreciate all the love and help you give us as a community. Then we have Bitature, Mr. Patrick Bitature. Then we have Betika Simbazi, even Sudil, the Pareya Foundation. There are people who are always helping us. There's so many in Kololo who step up and help us.
Okay.
So much.
On kweyo ensonga yemu tuli kumulama gw'okuyamba Namyembe Annette era nga tugendayo in 1st May. Honorable yayamye okubaako byatukwatirayo, yayamye okubaako kyatukuŋŋanyiza, kyatusakira. So ku nsonga yemu tukyewulire okuva mu kamwa ke nga sinaba kubasiibula.
Yes, most definitely. Please use me as much as you can.
Okay.
Because I also have people who I can still go to and lobby to. Because right now, the project is doing Abana holiday. I tend to deal with a 2-year gap of children doing nothing, just playing. So I partnered up with a few of my friends, Prosis Wankampo, Hannes Foundation. They had Smile Bangal on this journey. We are there to, we started this library clinic together in the community with books, vision boards, about what they want to be in future. But we want to do that at least in all communities around Kampala Central Division, because it's going to be our niche. In Tinabazi Divine Vibe, even if it's 30 minutes, 20 minutes, because once we make reading fun from grassroots, from community, remember, charity begins at home. However much you push them to school to study, then they work at in a lab. But if parents, if sisters, brothers, cousins, we all engage, because everything, never SST, English, science, it starts with reading. So 20 minutes, 30 minutes, get a book and read.
Okay, that's so good. Mumwe oli the honorable yeyamye okutuyambako okusondera ku Namyembe Annette byetwetaaga bimanyi tuli mu kunoonya kagaali mifaliso ngoye byakulya miceere ng'ebyo byonna tujja kuba tubibatuusaako era byonna batufuniddeyo nze nja biraga tujja kubibalaga nga Crown TV tweyanza nnyo honorable kibadde kirungi nnyo kya muwendo nnyo kukyazaako ku Crown TV program gako tusaba tusigale ng'otambula naffe era mu maaso bwe tunaaba tukulaakulanye lusinga wano tusuubira okuddamu kukyaza.
Mwebaye nnyo mwebayire ddala era abantu b'ekamu kya 1 baagala nnyo. Happy Easter, mbeere bulungi. Thank you very much.
Amiina, nange ndowooza nsiibule mwebale nnyo kulaba tujja kuddamu mweraba.
Olaba director aweeka omwana nga kye kikussa omuguwa ne house galo nga Jolibo Daycare and Junior School eri. Leeta omwana tumugunjule, tumubangule, tumuyikirize afuuke ow'omugaso mu nsi. Bw'oba ojja ku Jolibo teweetaaga na kujja na kintu kyonna. Registration wa bwereere. Tulina abasomesa abatendeke ku international level. Ebyokulya n'okunywa bya bwereere babisanga ku ssomero, topaakingira mwana. Twakoowa abanaaliza abaana baffe embiyiga ebicaafu. Yita buyisi ku Jolibo olabe. Tulina toilets ez'omulembe. Omwana olumala okukola emirimu anyiga bunyizika. Jolibo Daycare and Junior School tulabirira abaana okuva ku myezi 6 paka wakula. Ate classes tusomesa okuva ku daycare paka ku P7. Tusangibwa Buddo Nagalabi Road Nansove miles 12 okuva e Kampala. Oba tukubire ku simu zaffe 07 08 89 89 26 oba 07 05 34 74 54. Jolibo Daycare and Junior School, determination.